Good day, everyone. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. I'm your regular host, Benga by name. I want to talk to you this morning about some mistakes that students on campus make when they get to the campus newly. There's a nickname we give to people that got to a particular place newly. We call it Johnny Just Come. Certain students get to campus and they are Johnny Just Come on the campus. When they get to the campus, they don't know their right from their left and they are prone to make mistakes. So this morning, I want to mention about 40 mistakes or more that new students make when they get to the campus. Number one is that students secure accommodation outside the school. Some students secure accommodation outside of the campus. In some institutions where the campus is very close to the town, where the campus is not far from the town, it's easy for students to navigate and to move in and out of the campus. But in a situation where the campus is very far from the town, it is very, very sensible for students to get place of stay, to stay on the campus so that they can be close to their lecture and the library and other things that are going on the campus. Staying away 1 hour away outside of the campus is not the best. Another mistake students make was that they are lazy to revise what they have been taught that very day. Most students believe that the university or the polytechnic or the college of education is like the secondary school, where they can just quickly look through and flip through few days to the test or few days to exams. It is not so in most universities, where what they are being taught are there are many, they carry weight. Students cannot just quickly brush through. So if a student is lazy and is just waiting for 2 days to the exam before he start preparing, that student can find himself getting late. Another mistake students make is that they resume school. They choose not to ask for directions. When some students, they keep to themselves. They don't ask for help. They don't ask for direction from other people. They don't reach out to people to ask them, where is this place, where is that place. So in the due process, they make a lot of mistakes. Some students also, they go ahead to be asking the wrong people questions. And when they ask those wrong people questions, they give them the wrong answers and lead them in the wrong way. Another error that students make while they get to campus newly is that they do not join group discussions. They do not join any tutorial or any group discussion, whether in the class or in the department or anywhere. They don't join group discussion where these eggheads come together to discuss the subject matter that the lecturer have taught them. Some students stay on their own and they just maintain, and that solitary knowledge is unable to carry them through in the exam. Another mistake that students make on campus is that they find it difficult to locate their department or faculty easily because they are new to the terrain. They find it difficult to locate. They should have the first time you get to your department or your faculty or anywhere you are going, you should have things that you use to note that, okay, this is this place, when I get here, this is this place, this is this place, so that next time you can navigate it on your own. Some students don't do that. They are carried away. They just go and they come. Then the next time they have to go to that particular place, they miss the way. Another mistake some students do is that they register for courses late. In the secondary school, there's an assembly whereby they ring the bell, you go to the assembly in the morning, or even in some secondary schools, you go to assembly in the afternoon when you are about to close and go home, then they give information. Then in the university, it is different, or in the higher institution, it is different. There is no such assembly where they gather in the morning, gather in the afternoon. There is no such assembly. What happened in the university or in the higher institution is that the information is placed on a notice board. These days that we have WhatsApp group, these days that we have email, you see, and we have text message, phone numbers, all these messages can be sent to the WhatsApp group or pasted on notice board. Any student that does not go to the notice board to check information, or any student that does not does not log into the WhatsApp group, does not have data to log into the WhatsApp group and check, that student will not know what is happening, and that student may miss a lot of things. So registration deadlines are very, very important. Some students make the mistake, they assume that it's as in secondary school, when they register late, they won't charge them. In some universities or some college of education or some polytechnics, they will charge you up to 5,000 naira for late registration. In some places, they will charge you up to 10,000, up to 6,000 for registering late. So this is another mistake that students make while on campus. Another mistake students make is they do not adhere to the dress code of the university. They do not keep to the dress code of university. Universities these days in Africa or in Nigeria have dress codes, or in another region of another part of Nigeria, they have dress code because some students have taken liberty for granted, and they dress anyhow to lectures, dress anyhow to classes, dress anyhow on the campus. And then all this provocative dressing, the school tries to curb it by making students to know that you can dress this way, you cannot dress this way. Some students are in the habit of breaking this dress code, and when they break the dress code, when they are caught by the dress code committee or by some people that are responsible to checkmate those who are not dressing properly, we see that those students, they have themselves to blame. Another mistake that some students make is that they alight at the school gate thinking the distance was close. As I said earlier, it is good for students to stay on the campus because of proximity to lecture venues and to the library and to other school facilities. These particular, some students stay off campus, and the first time they are coming to the campus, they just get to the gate, welcome to university or so. They say, driver, I've reached the place. They stop at the gate. Whereas the distance from the gate into the campus, where the campus is itself, is about 30 minutes. Even it's about 10-15 minutes by driving. And it can take about 40-50 minutes trekking. So some students alight at the gate thinking that that is where the school starts from. Whereas you have fallow land that extends for like 15 minutes before you get to where the campus is properly. Another mistake that new students make on campus is forgetting the essentials. Some students getting to campus, they forget the essentials. They forget why they are on campus. Students are on campus to study, to read, to understand, and to gain knowledge. Some students forget this, and they think they are on campus for other social things. The campus is like the world. It's like the universe. It's like the whole. It's like the society. It's a society. It's a mini society. In fact, it's a society on its own. And in the society, if you're not careful, you can be carried away. It's like going to the market to want to go and buy a food stuff in the market. Some people be calling you, come and buy meat, come and buy fish, come and buy clothes. But your aim was to buy food stuff. So people will now drag you, come and buy clothes, come and buy shoe, come and buy singlets, come and buy handkerchief. But you didn't go to the market to buy handkerchief. The same thing on the campus. Students come to campus to study a particular course. On getting to campus, some students miss their way. They are misdirected. They miss the way they should go. And what happens is that they lose focus. And if care is not taken, such students may not be able to retrace to get back to the reason why they are on campus. So students make the mistake also of joining too many societies, too many clubs, too many associations on campus. There are so many registered associations on campus that students can join. And there's no limit to which student to the number that students can join. Despite that there is no limit, students should be careful and note and the one they should join, the one that is much more important to them, and the one that is least important. So they take the most important and join those ones and leave the least important for some other time. Some students are in the habit of joining all sorts of associations, and this affects their academic performance. Some students also think that the first person they hang out with, the first friend that they have, this person that they hang out with, they must maintain that person. Oh, when I got to campus, this was my first friend. This was my first person I hang out with. So throughout the campus, I must not leave that person. I've said this somewhere else that human relationship is like scaffolding. If you see that you're moving with somebody and it's leading you nowhere, it's leading you where you don't want to get to, where you don't want to go, it's leading in the direction of that individual but not leading in your own direction that you want to go, you should cut off from the individual politely and move and stay your own course. Or if you cannot reach a consensus, then everybody should go on his own on the campus. Another mistake students make on the campus is not budgeting. Some students do not budget on the campus. They come to the campus, no budget, no plan on how they are going to spend their money. And then there's what is called osegbiraga on the campus. That is when students resume newly. When school just resume, the parents give them their pocket money, their money for 2 months. Students forget that the money is for 2 months. Students forget that the money is meant for 1 month, so they squander the money in a week. They go to Mr. Biggs, they go to Chicken Republic, they go to KFC, they go to ShopRite, they go to different malls in town, they go to Item 7, other big restaurants in town. They don't take time to buy food stuff and cook on their own and in their hostels. They reach out to outside to go and buy things. They buy the best clothes, they buy the best shoes, they buy the most expensive things. Then after a week or two, the finances are drained. This is why it is important to have a budget. Another mistake that students make is lackadaisical attitude towards classes. Some students don't take classes seriously. They said, I'm going to read the notes, I'm going to get the material and read the material. Whereas class have its own place. The material I'm talking about have its own place. So you have to attend the class and also read the material. There are some things that the lecturer is going to say in the class that he will not say, that is not said inside the material, or that you will not be able to find inside the material, or that you will find inside the material but you will not understand inside the material. In fact, that is the reason why we go to classes. If not, all the material that the lecturer are using in the classes, they can make the notes available and just ask students to read. But there's a need to explain to the students because the lecturer have gained expertise, have gone through that process many times over. In the course of his own education, he has gone through it, he has done research on that. So the lecturer can even tell you the present status, the current state of that particular topic being discussed outside of even what is in the textbook. So this is the reason why we go to class. So there's need for the student make the mistake of not going to class or being lackadaisical, not being careful in going to class. Another mistake students make is not taking matriculation ceremony seriously. They take matriculation ceremony as if it's a play. And in fact, this is a very important mistake that most students make on the campus. Everything done on the campus, they see it as play. The project students see it as play. Assignment, they see it that it's not important. It's just to earn the mark. They are just interested in earning the mark. Anything that can earn them the mark, they go for. They try to go for it. Whereas there are things to learn outside of just the marks. In fact, somebody said when they score you 70 and they score you 40, they score you 45, they score you 50, all these are numbers. For those who don't score high numbers, the numbers that they score you are just numbers. Don't let the numbers to prevent you from doing great in life, from achieving, from maximizing your potential. You understand? Don't let those numbers to affect you. Now, some students now, they don't take anything on the campus seriously. Matriculation, inaugural lectures are lectures said by professors that become professors. And these professors, all the experiences, the research they've been doing all this while, they want to tell the whole world, they want to tell the university community in 40, 50 minutes, in 1 hour. And you find students, they're on the campus. You find students, they see the invitation for the inaugural lecture, they will not attend the inaugural lecture. So it's surprising that somebody that have been doing for 10, 15 years, 20 years, he wants to come and tell you in 40 minutes, in 50 minutes, in 1 hour. Some students will not take it seriously. They will not attend the inaugural lecture. So you'll be wondering, what are they then doing on the campus? They just think that the campus is just to attend their own lecture in their department. In fact, the lecture in the department, some students, you'll be surprised, they do not understand. All these are mistakes students make. They make that mistake, and I'm sure as I keep reading this, as I listen to me today, you will avoid these mistakes. Another mistake that students make on campus is keeping to themselves. So students make that mistake of keeping to themselves. They don't mingle with other people. They don't interact with other people. They keep to themselves. So information flow, they don't get to hear it. Things happen, they don't get to know. They have there are some things they ought to share with others. They don't get to share it with others. And by so doing, this sort of students, they shortchange themselves. Another mistake students make on campus is going to too many tutorials. Tutorial happen is when after a lecturer have taught for 1 hour, then there are some gray areas that are not clear. Students or some other master students or even a lecturer can come and try to dissect and make students to understand. Now, if there's a tutorial here, tutorial A, tutorial 1, tutorial 2, tutorial 3, tutorial 4, tutorial 5, tutorial 6, on the same subject matter, and you are just attending all these tutorials, and then you are not sitting down to read on your own, to study on your own, and you just attend tutorial, attend tutorial. Tutorial is like attending a wedding ceremony. It's like attending a naming ceremony. You go to naming ceremony, you eat in naming ceremony, but you can't go to a naming ceremony and eat in the morning, eat in the afternoon, eat in the night. Yeah, and how many times will you have naming ceremony to attend? How many times are you going to have wedding to attend? Most weddings are done on Saturdays. A few weddings are done on Tuesdays or on Thursdays, depending on the circumstances. Now, if you attend a wedding on this Saturday, next Saturday you attend another wedding, and you don't eat on your own, you don't eat at home, and you just wait again on to attend wedding, you will see that you become skinny. You will not be fat. You will not be flourishing. But some students do that to their lectures, to do that to their studies. They attend only tutorials. So they attend this tutorial, they come back. They don't take their notes, they don't sit down on their own to eat the food, the academic food, to eat what is in the notebook, to eat what is in the textbook. They just sit down and they attend tutorial and tutorial. By so doing, these students become kwashoko academically, as it happens if somebody is eating once in a week, that the person will become having kwashoko. Some students make the mistake of not coming early to school. Any school engagement, they don't get to the place early. They use what is known as the African time. This generation, we can reduce or remove this African time syndrome by getting to the place of assignment early, getting to class early, getting to our lectures early. A particular program is planned for 10, get there by 9:30, get there by 8:45. A friend of mine told me he traveled so somewhere outside of the country, one of the advanced countries of the world, and getting there, you would think that people will not come for those events. 5 minutes to the event, people start trooping in their numbers, and everybody take his seat, and everywhere is set. And before 10 a.m., if the event for 10, before 10 a.m., 3 minutes to 10 a.m., 2 minutes to 10 a.m., the whole place is settled. The people, one or two people that will come late, if you ask them, they have very germane reason for coming late. It's not that the majority, in fact, we get to some venues of event, we'll be waiting that they have not come. Let's wait for them. Let's give them 5 more minutes. All these are not right. Another student make the mistake of always staying in the library after class. Always staying in the library after class. Always staying in the library after class. Doing what? Staying in the library is good, but you have to understand. Always staying in the library after class. Is it reading newspaper? Or you are reading the material that applies to you? Or you're just loafing around the library? That they should be care in all these things. Some students make the mistake of not making friends. The university is a place for connection. The campus is a place for connection. Make effort to be connected on the campus. Don't be a lone ranger. Make effort to be connected. Another mistake some students make is that another mistake some students make is that they tend to do the assignment for their friends. They tend to do assignment for their friends. They tend to do assignment for their friends who is not in the school, and to submit for that friend. Now, the problem with this method is that the lecturer have given you an assignment, and you do the assignment for your friend, and you submit it for your friend. You have known about the assignment, you have read it, you have prepared it, you have read it, you have dissected the assignment, you submitted it. Your friend did not know about the assignment. Or if he gets to know, you have submitted for me, he thinks that's all. If the assignment now comes out in the exam, it's an exam question. Some students that you help to do the assignment will not be able to benefit from doing of the assignment. You have thought you have done your friend a favor by doing the assignment for the friend and submitting the assignment for the friend. But the moment the friend is unable to pour out the assignment during the exam or during test, then you have done your friend a disservice. Another mistake students make is that they mistake some areas on campus for some areas. Let's assume a lecture is to hold at engineering lecture theatre, and the student thinks engineering lecture theatre, he doesn't know the place, and he doesn't find out where that is before the time of the lecture. Now, at the time of the lecture, the student set out and is going to law lecture theatre, and because he taught us engineering lecture theatre, getting there, he sits down, he sees other students sitting down. By the time it was time for a lecturer comes in and started talking about law, legal issues, and start addressing the class, which is a law class. And you see that you are supposed to be an engineer, and then you ask the other student, what class are you? What department are you? Now say, I'm in law. You now say, where is this place? You now say, you is law lecture theatre. The student has to get up and start looking for engineering lecture theatre. That student will get to that place late, maybe 30 minutes late or 40 minutes late, even an hour late by so doing. So one must get to the place, one must find out about the lecture venue and the place where it is before the due date. Another mistake some students made is keeping a bad company. Keeping a bad company on the campus. A campus is a mini society. There are a lot of people on the campus. There are smokers, there are drug addicts, there are so many kind of vices found on the campus. That is why it is vital. That is why it is important. That is why it is crucial for you to know the son and the daughter of whom you are. Know who your parents are. Know where you are coming from. And don't let any bad company to affect you. Don't join any bad gang. Don't let anybody to influence you negatively. Some guys will come and say, you don't smoke, you're not you're a small guy, you don't smoke Indian hemp, you don't smoke this kind of heroin, you're a small boy, you're a small boy, you don't take tramadol, you don't take alcohol, you don't take this thing, you can't take it, you're a small boy. We are the big boys. That is not how to be a big boy. Being a big boy is not going into drugs. Being a big boy is not going into vices that will affect you. Some students have gone into some of these bad company and they are unable to come out. They have gone into drugs and they are unable to come out. They have come into drugs and they have become drug addicts. They cannot do without those drugs. They steal to be able to buy the drug. They sell their property to be able to buy the drugs. They miss lectures. They do all sorts of things to be able to buy these drugs that they are taking. Why? Because of the influence of bad company. Avoid bad company on campus. Bad company exists on campus. Anything to take you to avoid the bad company. Do everything possible to avoid bad company. From the start, make your stand known. Don't be dilly-dallying. Make your stand known that this is who you are. And the bad company will flee from you. They will not come near you. So that is a mistake that some students make. Some students also make the mistake of accompanying their friends to the friends lecture. You are a medical student. Your friend is a plant biologist. Why are you as a medical student going to follow your friend who is a plant biologist to go and attend his own lecture, leaving your own lecture? Or your friend is in a business admin. You now follow your friend in business admin to go and attend his own lecture in the lecture theatre where he is supposed to have his own lecture. And you are thinking that since you are at the same level, the lecture we hold together at the same place. No, it is not that way. It is not that way. Some students make the mistake of oversleeping on the campus. Oversleeping. They come to the campus, they oversleep. They sleep, and sleep. And they sleep on like that. You see, the campus is a robust place. You have to understand yourself. You have to understand yourself. Some students sleep 8 hours. But when they get up and study, you will think they have studied for 8 hours. Some students sleep for... Just understand yourself. Understand yourself. If you are oversleeping, understand yourself and find something that you can do to reduce the oversleeping. The campus is not a place to oversleep. Lecture you are taught for 1 hour. It will take you 4 to 5 hours to 6 hours of private practice to be able to understand it in detail. What the lecturer is saying, it goes deep down that it will take you a lot of time to develop the materials. You see some students, you ask them question, write an essay on such and such and such. When they write half a page, then they stop. Is that an essay? When they write a page, then they stop. Is that an essay? You're supposed to write like 3 or 4 pages, showing mastery, especially at the final stages of your education on the campus. You are supposed to have mastered to some instance whereby even what the lecturer did not teach you in the class, what he did not mention, You, based on your own private study, you will be able to add all those to it. Another mistake students make is leaving assignments undone until the last minute. Some students make that mistake of leaving assignments undone until the last minute. Some students leave the assignment, they will not do it until the last minute. Then they start copying from their friends, and that will not benefit them. The aim of the assignment is to make the students to go and search and to do that research. Now, if we don't do that research, the aim of the research have been defeated. The people they are copying from, they did the research and they have benefited fully from the aim of the research. So you have to know the aim of everything. Then some students make the mistake of skipping lectures. Some students make the mistake also of frequent clubbing and partying. Frequent clubbing and partying. It is good to socialize, but don't let it to be to the detriment of your academic performance. Some students also are in the habit, the moment they get to the campus, they are looking for a girlfriend, they are looking for a boyfriend. A particular individual I interacted with the individual spent 6 years for a 4-year course. And I called the individual and I say, why? What happened to you? Why are you spending 6 years for a 4-year course? Why are you failing and repeating and spilling and splashing? The individual said, I was very beautiful. I can see that from your face. He said, and people were telling me I'm beautiful when I was in 100 level. The lady said she was brilliant from secondary school and she was not carried away with her beauty. But getting to campus, guys were just coming. Oh, beautiful girl. Oh, fine girl. Beautiful girl. Fine girl. Beautiful girl. They want to date her. They want to talk to her. They want to do everything with her. She said all these things got into her head. It got to a point she could not concentrate on her studies again. She couldn't concentrate on her studies because of all these accolades. Let's put boyfriend and girlfriend relationship aside for a while. That can wait until we get our footing on the campus, on what brought us in to the campus. Another student make the mistake of registering the wrong course. On the campus, you have to register courses. Let's say you have to register 8 courses. Some students will go and register 9 courses. They will go and add a 9th course, which is not on the schedule of the courses they are given. Some students, even some of the schedule they are given, they will not register it. Some students will just do funny things in registration, during registration, and then they will have to take what is called add and drop form. And then some students that are not lucky to pay attention to what is going on the campus, they will not know when add and drop form comes out. They will, they just mess up a lot of things that ought not to be messed up. Some students fail to sign their course forms. When you have registered the courses, you print a course form. There's a space for the student to register, to sign, a space for the level advisor to sign, and a space for the faculty officer to sign. So students will just they will just register, they won't print the course form. The level advisor will be shouting and be making announcements. Students, submit your course form, so that the level advisor can sign and transfer to the faculty officer to sign. So students will not submit the course form. Then on the day of the exam, the level advisor is not in school because the level advisor is not invigilating. The level advisor is somewhere marking screens and doesn't want to be disturbed. The level advisor stays away from the school, stays at home to mark the exam script that have been done already. And the level advisor is not supposed to be on duty that day to invigilate. So the student will just show up with a course form that is not signed by that level advisor. How come? Why didn't you present to the level advisor? They will start giving excuses. All these are to be taken care of. Another mistake that students make on campus is mixing courses on the timetable. Some students make that mistake of mixing courses on the timetable. There are so many courses on the timetable. When you have selected your courses will be put on the timetable, and then you have to select the courses you are going to do. Some students make the mistake of mixing it up, so that when it is time for MCB, and when it's time for Math 112, some students will think it is Math 114. When it's time for Math 113, some students will think it's Math 101. So they will mix the courses. So they will not go for a wrong lecture, or they will set out at the right time. Or when it's Wednesday, some students will be looking at Tuesday timetable, and the lecturer will not wait for you. Will not make such mistake on his own part. Will not wait for you. So these are some mistakes that students make when they come to campus newly. I believe that with this, you'll be able to avoid such mistakes, whether on the campus or anywhere. These mistakes are applicable anywhere. So students make this mistake during NYSC, they make mistake during in so many places, such that things that require not to beg, we will now rise up and start begging and start begging. I remember a particular individual who did a particular program called IGMB some years ago. When he came seeking for admission, he was shown the IGMB form. He wanted to enter university, but the admission has not started. So he was showing the IGMB form. Or will you do IGMB? It's an A level. IGMB means Independent Joint Matriculation Board. It's an A level. An individual said, where is it done? Kwara State Polytechnic. The individual said, no, I don't want to go to Kwara State Polytechnic. The form was present. The individual said, no, I don't want to go to Kwara State Polytechnic. I want to go to university. He didn't know, he didn't notice that that form is just an A level being done at Kwara State Polytechnic. Then later on, the individual could not get admission to university, started looking for the IGMB form. The IGMB form was closed, and this individual started looking for it, and they look and look and look, and they couldn't get the form because it was closed. The individual had to wait to the following year. That person was a friend of a friend of mine. So I knew when they were looking and searching for the form. What am I trying to say? The IGMB form was presented on a platter of gold. The individual said no. Later, when the individual wanted the IGMB form, it was nowhere to be found. So let's utilize and seize opportunity. Being on campus anywhere in the world is a big opportunity. Take it very, very seriously. Hold it very tight. Utilize it. Maximize it. Benefit from it. Everything in the community. Make it, imbibe it, and success and victory is going to be yours at the end of the day. We come to the conclusion of this talk for today. Tomorrow is another day. Remember to subscribe, like this YouTube channel, and subscribe to YouTube channel. Click on the notification button so that when subsequent videos come up, you'll be notified. The aim of these videos is to make you to be a success. To see and to look at ways by which you can be a success. And you are going to be a success. Bye for now. Remain blessed.